Hello, my name's Hemingway Jones. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to speak about the Esterbrook Estie Oversize in Nouveau Bleu with the Estie Flex nib. Let's dive right in. I am a big fan of Esterbrook and have had a very close relationship with them over these last few years. We've done some promotions together over on TikTok, and this has given me some insight into how passionate they are about their pens and the storytellers who use them. They recognize that they are in the business of providing tools for writers, for people who enjoy the experience of telling stories, journaling, of expressing themselves through script. Through this, they offer many different options of pens. They offer pens of incredible finish and astounding beauty, and draw inspiration from interesting and unique places. The Nouveau Bleu finish on this pen is filled with depth and sparkly edges. Great shimmering facets of blue and gold that are imbued with fire in a harsher light. The color Nouveau Bleu was inspired by the Czech-born painter Alphonse Mucha and his wonderful Art Nouveau posters, of which he is most famous. Perhaps no one could show the romantic and intoxicating allure of champagne as well as Mr. Mucha. In whirling tumbles of hair and ornate decorative fabrics, his figures are full of mystery, magic, and power. This pen is equally alluring, like a pool of deep glacier waters, reflecting light from the edges, sparkling. You could dive in and lose yourself. For me, this pen offers a pleasant intersection between my curiosity over different flex nibs and my love for a brand that I've been writing with for these last few years. I find myself really drawn to some pens due to their styling and aesthetics, their feel, and their ease of writing. These pens are very well made. They write reliably well and dazzle the eye. Forgive me, for I take joy in unusual places. I rather enjoy writing with pens that have great depth and presence and inspire creative thoughts or root me in my personal aesthetic. If I had my choice, I would be writing somewhere amazing, surrounded by the smell of coffee and hardcover books, dressed in tactile fabrics, or by the water, where the sea laps the side of a dock with a soothing churn. I believe that fountain pens are at their best out in the world, out of their boxes, free from their cases and out and about, where they can be seen glistening in the sun, scribbling away at some atmospheric cafe, or taking notes at school, or some grand conference table. It's so much more satisfying when you make the pens part of your story, and with the Esterbrook Estie, this is easy. The Estie Flex nib only comes in silver, and so this pen is trimmed in polished chrome at the sensible and effective clip and at the threaded steps where the barrel meets the section. A ring of silver melding with wide threads of chrome. The grip is comfortable with a raised ridge before the nib to prevent you from sliding off if you choke down too far. The 11mm grip is very comfortable against a thick 15mm body that feels substantial against the crook of your thumb. That's a lot of pen in your hand. Be sure to consider that this pen does not post, so keep track of your cap as you write, especially when out in the world. This is the fine Estie Flex, made for them by Nouveau. They use the Nouveau feeds as well. Nouveau makes excellent and reliable nibs, and are to the fountain pen world what Seiko NH35 movements are to mechanical watches. The nib is perfectly matched to this pen and perfectly integrated. This pen comes in many options, including custom grinds, but a Flex nib does add a bit of flexibility, if you will, writing quite normal as a fine nib, and then spreads into the broadest of downstrokes when you lean into it. The joy of writing with this one is based on the smoothness of its fine nib. The Flex is there for emphasis, although it is possible to trace endless swirls of inky filigree with this nib, and to thicken them with pressure on the downstroke. My two classes of calligraphy cannot do justice to the full artistic possibilities with this pen, but I think that it shines especially well in regards to everyday writing, with a fat tail of a P, or a passionate downstroke of a J or Y, when it's emphasized with a wide line pulled down in a gorgeous, glistening broad stroke. Flex nibs can be used for calligraphy, for Spencerian, for italic writing, for beautiful cursive. Have you ever considered using one to make a point, to show passion, and to make the thickest exclamation points imaginable? This pen can do that for you. The writing experience with this pen is thoroughly enjoyable, and it is a beguiling, delightful pen with an overall design that is very evocative of pens of the middle part of the last century. Yet, with its finishing, it's thoroughly modern and absolutely stunning. So who am I when I'm writing with this pen, and when would I use it? With this pen, I am inspired to be poetic, to lean into a flowery description, or an evocative phrase, or a thrice-meaning word, and to appreciate that the more faithfully I express myself, without self-auditing from self-consciousness, and instead strive for some interesting prose, to craft something unique, something outstanding, something as interesting as this pen. This is the perfect pen for journaling, perfect for crafting a dramatic love letter with swirls and embellishments, lines growing wider on the upswoop of a curving letter, lighter than air as it rises to form a post, and then plunging back down again in broad inky gloss, and a passionate variation of line and form is connected to the sentiments of love and the words themselves, or as elaborate wisps of fabric in an Alphonse Mucha illustration, and or the creative fonts that accompanied them. Who wouldn't want to create such a letter, or to receive it? With this pen, you can create your own world, and then get lost within it.
Farewell and adieu to you, fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you, ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail for old England, and hope very shortly to see you again. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors.
What do you think of the Esterbrook Estie with the Estie Flex nib. Does it look interesting to you? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you've enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it with someone else who you think might enjoy this content. I'd appreciate that very much. I release new videos each Thursday at noon, so we will see each other again very soon, further up the road. Take care.